Preptober, Preptober. This month's almost over. You like my hat? It's too big for my face. Bye! Hello, and welcome to the weird side of YouTube. This is Booktique Obscura. I'm your host, Jazz Madeline. If you're new here, that's okay, because I am too. I make odd videos for readers and writers. Today, we're going to be focusing on NaNoWriMo prep. And if you're like me, you snoozed and boozed through all of October, and you didn't prep. Again, that's okay, because I have the only cheat sheet you'll need, no matter if you're a plotter or a pantser, so you can win NaNoWriMo. My dear plotters, take a breath, it's gonna be okay. You do have several options. You can abandon and neglect your autumnal chores and rush to read a copy of Save the Cat Writes a Novel, On Writing by Stephen King, Bird by Bird. There's a ton of book options out there for you. Or you stick to YouTube. So something that helps me write faster and avoid writer's block is to stick to the 3-act structure and outline my beats. This outline doesn't have to be solidified. If you can, check out Katie Tastic, the mistress of whiteboards and post-it notes. And she has a great video on how to outline a novel. So another item off our cheat sheet is a quick story Bible. You might be thinking, I don't have time for this. Listen. So either in a notebook or Google Docs, it's so helpful to have a reference collection of your novel. You can keep track of whatever comes to mind. I suggest taking a look at Ellen Brock's video, How to Create and Use a World-Building Bible. Use it as a brainstorming collective and edit as you go. Your Bible can include character descriptions, setting, etc. Anything pertaining to the story that's not the actual story, throw it in there. I didn't forget about you. Don't worry, but I don't have to tell you that because you're not worried. You're going to take a breath, you're going to sit back in your chair at your desk, you're going to go to that keyboard, and you're going to let the story take you away. Sounds nice. You're going to run into writer's block. But we all do. We all run into writer's block, and that's okay. So you want to win NaNoWriMo this year, 50K. You can do it. You want to discover the story as you go. You don't need to prep. That's fine. But I do have some tricks that will help you avoid many roadblocks. So my gorgeous little pantsers, my number one suggestion would be to pull a J.K. Rowling and try to figure out your ending. Taking a page out of the plotter's cheat sheet, your ending doesn't need to be solidified. Just knowing where the journey can take you will make Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 slide a little easier when you sit down and write. So for both my plotter and pantser friends, I would like to bestow upon you, if you don't know this already, I hope you do, idea boards. Get on Pinterest and put whatever comes to mind. Save those pins like you're a witch at a cauldron, throwing in pictures of what your character could look like, fashion of your world, different architectural buildings. There's so much concept art that the story can write itself just by your Pinterest board. Not actually, but definitely use Pinterest. Another thing, and I'm sure you've heard this, is to create a Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube playlist pertaining to your story. For me, the best way to get into the zone is to know or have an idea of what the mood of my story is going to be. Is it dark and brooding? Is it light? I like to envision what my story would be if it was made into a film. So I make these really extensive playlists on Spotify. Literally everything I've ever written since 2013 probably has a Spotify playlist. And it really helps to have an ambiance music. If you're someone who likes to write with music, this so helps you hyper focus. I'll put a link in the description down below to some really cool ambient YouTube channels, like playlists. Definitely check those out. The list is endless. It's not endless. It's going to end real soon. Okay, so we got our Pinterest, we got our playlist, we know our story a little bit. We're ready to sit down and write. We're We're so ready, but, buts. That was really stupid. I think saying but is fun. But when we sit down to write, we can't. We're gonna hit that inevitable writer's block, that slump. So what should we do? For me, I cannot be stationary for too long. If you're stuck in one place, if you're stuck at your desk writing on the computer, one of the things that helps in between either paragraphs or chapters is to change what you're actually looking at. Google Docs, I use an extension, and I'll put a link down below, that flips the color of the page. I like to write with a black background and white text, and when I get sick of that, I switch to a black text, white background, the standard. Now, if you can move around, grab your laptop, get out of your chair, go sit down in your living room, sit in your little, maybe your reading or writing nook on the floor, which I have. It's a dog bed that I converted into my floor bed in my office. Or go outside, sit on a park bench, go to a cafe. Just a change of pace might help you get out of that slump. Maybe instead of writing during the day, write when you get home from work at night. Just change it up. Try to figure out what works for you. But we are on a time crunch. 1 month, 50K words. Another thing I like to do is, when I get sick of typing, I like to just block it all out and write on paper. I have so many legal pads, so many notebooks, so that I can shut off my brain and just write on paper. I can't backspace on paper. I can cross out. I don't write in pencil, so I don't erase, and eraser pens are the devil's product, so I will never use them again because I'm not in second grade. Speaking of backspace, speaking of turning off your brain, if you're on a computer, if you're on Google Docs or Scrivener, you can use a highlighter tool. You can use a plugin with Google Docs. You can use an extension, and I'll put a link down below, that hides what you're typing. Isn't that cool? It hides what you're typing, so you can, once again, shut off your brain and just put those words down. I really like the idea of writing sprints. I didn't really know about them until Brooke from By the Book, yes, and Kate Kavanaugh really push the writing sprints. So what you do is maybe set a goal for yourself, 5 minutes, walk away from it, and then write for 10 minutes next time, and then again write for 20 minutes, and you just keep increasing it. It really helps increase your word count goal, and the whole idea behind winning NaNoWriMo is to just get those words down on the page. We are working at draft 0. Nothing needs to be perfect right now. It's going to be far from perfect come December 1st. So with all that being said, I think we can wrap up this video. I am like you. I procrastinated and didn't prep for Preptober. But there's still time. You can use this cheat sheet, and hopefully everything goes smooth come November 1st. Happy writing, friends, and thank you for watching.